I ended up speaking to his old business partner. She was going to help us actually, and then she completely ghosted face of the earth. And this stuff is nowhere near the valuation he gave. Yeah. You're like, okay, I don't want to be sitting on the market.
If you're going to tackle the planning, you need the money there for it to sit there for a year.
The finance stuff, I always felt like it was something that I could understand from my perspective.
We are in Essex today for a site visit of a development which has 4 detached family homes coming to the market in the next few months. It's with 2 guys, absolutely top banana, top drawer guys. They have been working on this site for quite some time and they've had all sorts of challenges from the day that they actually acquired it, taking it through the planning, getting it funded, and now on site. But as you can see behind me, we're nearly finished on the one in the corner, which is already sold. 3 out of the 4 of them already sold. Let's go and find out all the trials and tribulations, all the highs and the lows that they've had. And I'm sure you're gonna enjoy this one. I'd probably live in one of these myself if I could afford it. They are saying that they're gonna make these NPPF reforms, but it hasn't been crystallized yet. But if they do, then it's open season. I think there's gonna be some really good stuff.
The small sites thing, because I've looked into it loads because obviously we have the issues here. But that's in consultation at the moment. I'd be amazed if they don't make any changes to it for small sites.
Yeah, well they're mining there ain't enough houses anyway, so they've got to do something.
And they're saying they want to build 1.5 million homes. It's just never going to happen unless they get these reforms in. Anyway, so should we have a tour?
Yeah, let's go around the back of this. And then we haven't got to go through all that.
All right, so which one is this?
So this is plot 1, 3 bed.
What's this? Is this going to be the swimming pool?
This is built-in swimming pool jacuzzi area.
It's not going to be heated.
No. Double garage.
It's one of these organic ones, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it?
So double garage here.
Double garage.
With an office space above.
Okay. And how do you get rid of all this water?
We'll pump it out.
You'll pump it all out, yeah?
Pump it out.
This is the last one to get done?
Yeah, so we're sort of moving round. This sold and he wants to move in June, July, I think he said. So we sort of done them 2 at the back and then jumped on this rather than onto plot 2.
Because 3 out of 4 are already sold subject to contract?
Subject to contract.
How have you managed that? Have you got a good agent? Is this a really liquid area?
I do think it's an element of that, but I think as well, what we're building aren't small, traditional new builds.
No, they're good size new homes.
For these nice everyday kind of detached housing in the UK, there's still a huge amount of demand for that.
Yeah.
So let's keep going. Let's keep going around. Have a look. So where are we? What is this?
This is your kitchen area. You've got bifold doors going out into your garden. You'll have a set of double pocket doors coming here that splits your lounge. And then you've got your lounge area.
It's a little sitting room, TV room.
You've got your downstairs toilet area. That's got a shower. So you've got downstairs shower and everything. And then you've got your staircase going up with like nice picture window with a chandelier, all going to be open.
Nice.
Open area. So it'll give it that, should give it that little really wow thing when you walk.
Because you've got that big window in the front as well, which you can see as you approach. A bit of curb appeal, bit of wow factor.
Get yourself a nice little chandelier there, you laugh.
So what's this area going to be?
So here you've got the utility and plant room.
Right.
So this is obviously where all your plant goes. You've got utility there for your washing machine, stuff like that.
So this one's going to be finished last. So we haven't got a staircase to go up here.
No.
Do you have staircases in any others yet?
No,
it's still all ground floor stuff, yeah? Okay, so the utility plant.
Yeah, so you've got your utility plant room.
So this is bigger than the other one?
These are the bigger, these are the 4 bed. So obviously, again, same layout, you've got your kitchen area, double doors into your lounge.
So when did you start construction?
We started stripping off site middle of August.
And this is the front door?
Yeah, so again, they're very similar to the 3s. So again, you'll have the nice pitch window, downstairs bathroom,
and
shower
this
room,
is
office / playroom.
Some bigger houses around here as well. I've seen some like really huge ones.
Yeah, this is the main bedroom with the ensuite. You can see the little aircon So there, you plaster them right in.
But it's also going to have underfloor heating here, or it's going to
Upstairs we've got radiators.
Got radiators.
Because with the air source heat pumps, they don't doesn't work
okay.
too good with underfloor upstairs. So you got a little
ensuite
there for you.
Yeah,
Little shower.
trays in.
Got one spare for you. Sam.
You've got one left over.
This
one's the only one. It's the only one that's not sold. This one will fly off the shelves as well because it's a big, nice family home.
Yeah.
This one will go.
Once we get the staircases in, people can have a better look around.
Yeah.
So yeah, these two rooms are like a third and fourth.
Yeah, nice.
And then you've got a
family bathroom there.
Family bathroom, and then you've obviously got the bigger.
I've got a mate in Durham who built one very similar. He basically got a bungalow, and they couldn't knock it all down, so he literally just left 2 walls and then built the whole thing back up, and a very, very similar layout to this. And he got the big bedrooms upstairs, and a huge living space that spans the whole bottom part of the...
I think that's what everyone wants now, isn't it?
So you'll get people wanting this all day, every day.
Like I say, we've had an offer.
Yeah, someone's offered.
Full asking, but she's got no mortgage in principle, she ain't got her house on the market.
Yes, I'd buy it for good, considering I'm not proceedable.
She wanted us,
I want it for the full asking.
Yeah, she wanted us to take it off the market, and we just said no.
Yeah, and I think with the way you've priced it to make sure you can get out and get onto the next one is the biggest thing, because I mean, no, I do the development finance stuff, and these guys make money come rain or shine. You've got to pay that interest every single month, whether you're on the development loan, whether you're on the bridging loan, whether you're on the development exit. You need to keep paying them, and that's just eating away to your profit. So you'd rather just take a little bit less, get it shifted, crystallize the profit, and get onto the next one.
The way I see it, obviously we done the retained interest, didn't we?
Yeah.
Over 18 months. If we sell all these before we've even built them, build them in a year, then we got another 6 months of interest.
That used to save, that goes to your bottom line. Basically, so what we can see here is one of them where the upstairs is getting done, the trusses are going on. This one's well advanced, the tiles are going on that one. Why is this one so far behind them?
So basically, obviously this one was sold first, subject to contract.
So we like, get on that one.
My plan was to domino these two.
Right.
I was going to finish this one off first and then go on to that, but that sold. So they wanted to, can we get in there by May? So we said, yeah, all right, we'll concentrate on that. And then we sold that subject to contract.
At what point did you start doing the tarmac here?
So obviously, again, we'll have a good clean out. Like I said, I want to shut the site for a couple of days, and that's going to allow us just to clear this back, get rid of all this mud.
And how did you pick the agent?
The agent thing we did put a little bit of thought into, to be fair, didn't we? Because we had a couple of, what did we have? 3 agents in total.
3 agents. I didn't like one of them.
Why? Tell us why.
The first one was the one that we're not too keen on.
In terms of property development overall, you both seem to be smiling. So it seems to be going all right. What's the thing that you've enjoyed about it most so far? So good. Everything seems to be going on to plan. What gives you the most thrill about doing property development so far?
Like the construction element for me. It's been
seeing that come out of the ground.
So cool. Really cool. Watching how it works and seeing how it works, and actually seeing even not just Jay but the other guys on the site, and watching how passionate they are about building good homes. Good quality work, exactly. They actually care about
the workmanship, exactly. I can see that. I was just walking around the site saying how clean everything looks as well, how organised it is. So it does make a difference.
I've always done like extensions. I've done the odd new build, obviously, but being able to do my own thing, and you know, at the end of the day, I'll be driving past here one day with my kids in the car. Daddy built that, you know. It's just another one ticked off the list. I've always wanted to do new builds and developing where I see myself, and this is just a stepping stone of getting me onto that road, which is good. I mean, seeing them get over the line as well, you know, that would be great.
And for the sites that you're looking for, the next thing, would it be with planning in place, or are you happy to wrestle with planners, or you haven't made this? Let's see the opportunity as it comes.
I think take it as it comes. Yeah, I think so. I think the planning thing, I guess it's a give and take, right? I mean, we'll need to explore that as the site comes along, I think. But, I
think
say no.
If you're gonna tackle the planning, I think you need the money there for it to sit there for a year.
I do agree. I think if you are going to buy something where you're going to take it through planning, you ideally want to just buy it cash, where you don't have any finance costs. You're not pushed,
and you ain't got your bridge hanging over.
Yeah, you haven't got the like time ticking, and you make crazy decisions, quick decisions, knee-jerk decisions just to be able to get something, and it might not be the best site. You want to be able to take your time.
But again, you need the money in the bank to, one, buy that land, and two, happy for it just to sit there. You know,
some of the best sites that I've seen actually, or some people, developers do really well, is they buy something with planning, but there's also a way as they're going to enhance the planning slightly or something.
Well, we looked at that briefly, didn't we? And that was when we found out that the planning had lapsed, apparently.
Yeah, we was going to go for another, weren't we?
We're going to go for another, And just to touch on the funding, we had all kinds of fun and games with that, because you had to then quickly move from the original development finance lender over to a bridging lender, because we weren't sure whether it did or didn't have planning, so the development finance lender wasn't. And then we had the challenge that we had a mezzanine piece that they couldn't work with the senior lender that we wanted. It was the cheapest or the lowest cost mezz lender. They couldn't agree on intercredit agreements, so we had to switch that. And then we had a down valuation on because there was a discrepancy in the drawings. It wasn't even actually like, I agree with your price per square foot, but it was a discrepancy on the drawings. And we managed to get that up a little bit. And then there was another extra little piece where you guys were raising some cash from another asset, and that wasn't going through smoothly until we stepped in and got a different broker on it so that we could make it happen. And that took its toll as well, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, the finance stuff, I always felt like it was something that I could understand from my perspective, and but it was still obviously trying to understand how they from the lender's perspective. But you know, thankfully we managed to navigate that quite well. Obviously we were held hands by yourself and George. George was brilliant. You know, so you know, thankfully we had that actually in place. And I know there were some rougher times in it, but at the end of the day, everyone's interest was to get it done right, and to get it done right so that we could actually make a good enough profit out of it at the end. And you guys managed to do that for us.
Yeah, thank you for sticking with it, because I do remember, it doesn't always happen, but there are some cases like this where there are certain kind of forks in the road where you think this might not actually happen if we don't get the planning, or if this funding gets downvalued, or something happens, but we all stuck together. You guys stuck with it. We're very pragmatic.
There were definitely some conversations like, we're going to have to bail on it.
Exactly.
Would have got to that point, I think, definitely, but lucky enough.
I had a bit of a bee in my bonnet about the planning the whole time, and obviously I said to Joe when we got that rejection from the new planning that we put in, it's like a fire lit. I just was like, there's absolutely no way we can let that go, because I'd rather spend the $5,000 and know that, right, well, now we've got it, than make the loss on potentially selling the land and losing what we would have lost at that time. Turns out it was $5,000 well spent on a good solicitor, and a bit of time of going around to some of the...
No, you did incredibly well. I remember talking to you while you were going through the whole process, and you was a bit of a detective.
It was detective work. We were Google Maps, we were all sorts. I was speaking to people that had been working for the developer on the site before, who just wouldn't speak.
I spoke to the developer, didn't I?
And you spoke to the developer one back?
He wasn't very kind, no. He didn't like James.
He didn't like me one bit.
Was that because you were pushy, or just because he was like, I've sold the site, don't ask me anything?
Well, it weren't even him that wanted to sell it, was it?
No, he had some issues.
Right.
I think he had some
some
issues.
He's not a very well-liked man around this area, as we found out.
We found that out the hard way. Funnily enough, he has the same name as me, and therefore, when we were like, "It's James from Croft," then people were like, "I promise, I'm not the same."
I said, "No, he's worse."
So, the developer was, he had some issues with it, and I think.
This episode is sponsored by Merry Oaks Property Finance Brokerage. Merry Oaks is a finance brokerage for investors, developers, landlords, SMEs across the country, helping you with all of your finance needs. So whether it's bridging, development, commercial, buy-to-lets, HMOs, service accommodation, industrial, hotels, the whole 9 yards, whether it's for your portfolio, whether it's for your business, we can support you. Please contact us. We've got the link in the show notes and we look forward to hearing from you. Now, back to the episode.
You know, people go through hard times and whatever. I don't know what happened to his life, but he wasn't very forthcoming to me about information that realistically he could have easily just said.
I know, it's such a shame.
And, you know, fine. I ended up speaking to his old business partner. She was going to help us actually, and then she completely ghosted.
Oh, really?
Absolutely ghosted, face of the earth.
God, the things that property developers go through, honestly, everyone just thinks, oh, you know, get some construction up, get some scaffolding up. It's easy, but from the finance to the planning to the little nuances and the kind of like hurdles that you've had to overcome over here. What about going back to the development finance very quickly, which is the drawdowns and the QS and the quantity surveyor attending? Have you had any wrestling back and forth with them?
Right then. They've been difficult.
Yeah, the difficulty hasn't necessarily been QS.
No, so Evolve, who's doing the QS, isn't it? Have been really good.
Yeah.
They do their reports very quickly. They come out when we need them to. They deliver back